Welcome to Kent Tonight on KMTV. I'm Louisa Britton. Coming up in the programme: police deployed after firearm incident, Church of England debates gay marriage, and mannequins take over Chatham. But first this evening, armed police are at the scene of an incident involving a firearm in a street in Folkestone. 3 police cars were seen parked up in Harbour Way at around 2 this afternoon, while 3 more and 6 ambulances were spotted on the seafront by the Lees lift. It's been confirmed both incidents are linked. No arrests have been made at this stage, and the emergency services are being scaled back. We'll have more as we get it. It may never be known how a teenage angler who drowned in a fishing lake ended up in the water. The body of 16-year-old Jack Morrison was found in Sutton-at-Hone in Dartford back in December. An inquest heard today how he'd spent the night alone there fishing alone. He was wearing padded wading trousers, and it's not known whether he walked into the water deliberately or fell. The investigating officer said there was no sign Jack had been involved in a struggle with another person, and there was no evidence to suggest he took his own life. 3 men have been arrested in Kent in connection with the alleged murder of a man in Leicester. Lorik Labato was stabbed to death after a house party in Albion Street in the city on Saturday. Police won't say where in Kent the men were detained or where they're from. A 20-year-old man was arrested on suspicion of murder. A 19- and 20-year-old were also arrested for violent disorder and weapon offences. A father was stabbed in the chest with a flick knife by his friend after they fell out during a night of drinking, a court has heard. This was when police cordoned off Halfway Road in Sheppey, where it happened back in August last year. Mason Crown Court heard how Charles Joy was taken by air ambulance to a London hospital after Gary Booth reportedly attacked him. Booth denies wounding with intent and possessing an offensive weapon. The trial continues. Church leaders are debating gay marriage today after a report by the House of Bishops said they were against same-sex weddings in the Church of England. Protests have been held, with many arguing proposals are backward. Now, it all seems pretty quiet at this small church in Canterbury, but within the walls of the Church of England, a battle is raging since bishops published a report saying that they would stand behind their position on same-sex marriage. Now, they believe that the union of marriage should only be between a man and a woman, and this has infuriated many in the LGBT community. Although the report by the House of Bishops called for a fresh tone and culture of welcome and support for gay people, it hasn't changed its stance on same-sex marriage. It was published at the end of last month but has been the subject of a debate today with more than 400 church leaders in London. Even though the proposals are being discussed, they will not be formally rejected or approved. Tony Butcher runs the Limes Lounge, the only gay bar in Canterbury, and he believes this move is a mistake and will alienate people.
Horrified, absolutely horrified. I feel so we've gone back 10 years, not forward. The attitude was getting very, very good, and then this announcement is ridiculous. We need their support, not a negative attitude. We find this is treason to us. We thought we was going forward, we've gone backwards. To be honest, I'm just amazed that the church should come out with this statement. I believe that you should marry if you want to. If you're a Christian, you're supposed to love thy neighbour, not have lines where you can draw them in the sand and say they're not Christians so they can't go to heaven. I don't believe in any of that, but there are people, Christians, who are gay, and they do come here and they're everywhere in the country. So support them, don't give negative attitude, it's wrong.
Although other countries like Norway have decided to allow same-sex weddings, it seems if the church has its way, the UK won't be joining them at the altar. Louisa Britton, KMTV. Mannequins have taken over Chatham High Street this week as part of an exhibition to raise awareness on homelessness and those battling addiction. Here's Katie May Nelson. Sorry, we've got some technical issues on that package coming up. So now we'll go on to sport. Gillingham picked up a 1-1 draw at home to Chesterfield last night. The result means the Gills are now 5 games unbeaten under new boss A.D. Pennick. But as Harry Pete explains, things aren't as rosy as they seem.
92 minutes on the clock and the Gills were on track for their first win in 2017. Then, just when the points looked safe, Gills' suspect defence crumbled, allowing Tom Anderson to score with just seconds left. The point moved them up to 17th, but A.D. Pennick was definitely not feeling the Valentine's love.
Unbelievably angry, honestly. You know, we should have been out of sight, really. And just a clean sheet. I don't care what anyone says. Keep clean sheets, you win games. And that's what we're not doing.
And his reason for his side's soft centre?
I think academy football has ruined this country. Everyone likes a tippy-tap Charlie and not someone with a pair of, in the nether regions, I should say, a big pair of them.
A seething Stuart Nelson, who blamed the ref, was booked after the match for protesting about playing too much stoppage time.
He says to me, "You played to the whistle." What is that? I'm so angry. I'm so angry because that should be 3 points and a clean sheet. But the guy has turned around to me and said, "Play to the whistle," like he's my academy coach or something, or he's my dad. You always got to play to the whistle, son. I mean, what sort of rubbish is that?
And we've got it all working again. We'll be talking about the mannequins in Chatham with Katie May Nelson.
Tapping into the creativity of some of society's most vulnerable. That is what a new exhibition in Chatham opening this week is all about. Pavement to Catwalk is the brainchild of former child actor Donald Warr. Using his own experience of alcohol abuse and homelessness issues, he's collaborated with people in Medway with similar issues to create these mannequins.
And what I find is, because the mannequins are safe and tangible piece to work with, you create something you can see instantly, people forget about their worries. And so for me, I just see them as people and not so much as someone that's recovering from alcohol or someone that has had problems with drugs or someone that has been in trouble with the police. I just see them as a human being working with a mannequin to create a piece.
One of the mannequins took to the high street and passers-by were invited to put their own mark on it using recycled materials.
I just think that most people say, well, I'm rubbish. And this is when the project started. I'm rubbish, I feel like rubbish. So I said, okay then, bring me rubbish in and we'll take rubbish and turn it into something useful. And so that's why we started to work with recycled materials, because when you're broken and you're on your last legs or you think that no one cares about you, you do feel like rubbish. So I say to people, bring the rubbish and we'll turn rubbish into beauty.
The exhibition opens at the Nucleus Art Centre in Chatham this Thursday. Katie May Nelson for KMTV.
And here's Ivy with the weather.
It will be cloudy across Kent this evening with temperatures as high as 7 degrees. Thursday morning is much the same, but with degrees increasing to 7 and 9. Thursday afternoon will be a bit warmer, but it will remain cloudy.
Well, that's all from us this evening. We'll be back again tomorrow with all the latest stories from across your county. In the meantime, don't forget you can always keep up to date by listening to KMFM or logging on to kentonline.co.uk. You can also catch our programmes, that's Paul on Politics on Sunday and our business show on Mondays, which is Chris & Co. That's all from us this evening. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.